Alright, here is Sting out of the packaging. He comes with two fisted hands, two open hands, two different painted head scans, and he comes with a mask. This head scan, I bet, this thing honestly comes with a lot compared to the other Supremes. A cloth jacket. I'll show off in more detail when I get to the accessories part of the video. But one of my main concerns, I'm not gonna lie, while I'm still grabbing this, is I have the old one right here, and I'm just praying that it's better than that. Because I really do like Sting, I really want to use him in the Fed, but it's just like, this thing is so buns, man. I honestly hate using it, but so far, I was able to balance it, so that's one thing. Good double joint, has nice little extended little foot there. Good ankle pivot as well. Has a decent torso. This thing has way more posability than the figure I just showed. Head goes all the way around. Hold up. Oh crap. Oh, never mind, we're good. But yeah, that is pretty stiff, I'm not gonna lie. Hear the popping, Lord. But arms can go past each other. Arms can also go behind each other. And I'm pretty sure they can crisscross. Yep, they can crisscross. So far, definitely already better than the other Sting I just showed. But one thing I'll show off when I zoom in, you can probably already see it now, the standing on the figure. And that's the only bad thing about AEW figures, especially when they get like this. You got 1, 2, 3 cloth goods, all that are going to stain the figure. But it is what it is. Alright, on to the accessories. Alright, first things first, we got the first Sting head scan, which I like pretty much. I like how it's different from here, I'll take this one off the head, but I like how these two are different ones. I like how we got variations of the paint, kinda. It's mostly the same, besides the small little, if this thing can focus. But I'm sure you can see the lines on the lips. And then this one doesn't, oh crap. This one does not have the lines on the lip, which is fine by me. I like how it's a kind of smirking head scan. But for me, I'll probably keep this one on there. And then he comes with this withered one, which honestly I really like that they added this, because it's like a mid-match type of deal. And you can just see the incredible paint work that's done on this one. I kind of wish it had paint fading into the hair too, but it's kind of OD. Then you got a bat, which is just your normal bat that you get. Then you got these hands, these open hands you can use for slapping, grappling, for the signature. I forgot what it's called, but when he goes, woo, that's Ric Flair. But you know what I'm trying to say, man. When he calls out before he does his Stinger Splash. And on these gloves, you actually get detail on them. They got the scorpion on them, if you can see that. Then I also like how you have the scorpion on this one as well. These two fisted hands. My only issue is that they gave us, here, I'll take it off, but these hands are personally not my favorite, because I don't even understand why they're built like this to hold the bat. I guess the end, like the pointer finger, is to make sure that it doesn't go completely flying, but I feel like they could have just used tighter hands, like the ones that came with the Kenny Omega, Like on this old one, I had to swap the Chris Jericho hands on there, the ones that came from like the first figure he had, just so that it wouldn't be as annoying to hold weapons and how it looked on the camera for me. And then this last accessory, well, not last, but he comes with a mask. And if you want to see how that looks like on one of the head scans, it looks like this. Focus. Looks like this. I say it fits pretty well, and I'll definitely be using this in one of the shots for the photography section of the video. But I think it works very well. You can definitely recreate a bunch of moments. I'm really hoping someone in the Fed has to do it before me, because you know I'm inconsistent. Put the mask on, have Sting in the crowd during like a Derby match or something, and then just have him take it off and just start whooping somebody. I need that. Then he comes with this shirt, which is Sting AEW with 2 bats crossing, and this one is a short sleeve shirt. Then he comes with a long sleeve shirt, which is Sting with a scorpion, which I like how they did 2 different designs of it. And you have the classic jacket he has, which is really nice, especially you already have the Elite, the Defining Moments one, or any of the Sting Elites. This would work very well. Cloth jackets and cloth goods are always sick. But now I can show off the staining. Oh, dang. We gonna ignore that. But if this camera will focus, you can already see these 2 big lines on here. 3 actually. And then I think there's some on here. You got some on the shoulder. I think you got some on the chest too. Oh no, you don't got any on the chest. But yeah, that's it as far as that. And I think this is a whole new torso. And I like how it looks, or at least the torso, because it's like the perfect mix of old Sting, but also still like jacked. Like, especially if you look from here, let me do this. Especially if you look from the side, he still looks kind of jacked and muscular. So I think this fits for like any time a Sting, if that makes sense. And now onto the action figure photography section. Wait, I lied. Nope, not the end of the video. I forgot to put the other accessories on there. So first I'll start off with, this is the first head scan, how it looks on the figure. Here, let me zoom out so y'all can actually see the full figure. This is how the first head scan looks on there. And then here, I'll swap one thing out and put another thing on. Then this is Sting with his normal shirt on, with a with a short sleeve shirt on. And then this is how the long sleeve Sting looks on there, with the third head scan with a withered away paint. Which I think, of all the cloth goods, I think this one fits the best. And posing it around, it doesn't come up as much, but you'll see that in the action figure photography section. And finally, this is how the big jacket looks on there. This is how he scales next to his old figure. Oh wait, hold on. Am I tripping? Well, let me zoom in. Oh, I'm not tripping. Alright, apparently this one is a little bit taller than this one. I mean, to me personally, it's not really that big of an issue. Here, let me go ahead and grab a much smaller figure. This is Darby Allin, the Walmart exclusive one. Next to Sting, and I think that goes pretty well as far as scaling. I'd say this is pretty accurate. I still wish I had that one Darby head scan, whereas Darby and Sting matching up, that junk would have been sick. And Sting's head scan too, but oh well. Oh, I forgot. There is one more thing that somebody suggested. They said that I should give my thoughts on it. To me, I didn't do it in the first two because I kind of thought, like, when you get the figure, my opinion's always going to be different from their opinion. Like, I can say as much as I want about the posing and stuff. Like, oh, this poses terribly, this poses terribly. Like, people will say the Luchasaurus sucks with posing. And don't get me wrong, it does. But me personally, I've been able to use it just fine in my pick fed. So, it's just like, in certain people's hands, a figure can be perfect. But in other people's hands, the figure can just be terrible, if that makes sense. Like, I know that I can pose, like, if you give me, like, the worst possible figure, I can probably still pose, like, really good with it. But your average fedder and average collector is not going to be able to pose it. And not everyone is looking for posability in figures, too. So, but I haven't done the pig fed portion of it yet, but so far, this definitely poses 10 times better than this thing right here. Especially when you consider that, like, half the torso can't even move for real. Like, can't even bend it. And then here, you actually can. Like, this one you can legit put pretty much into a pile driver. It doesn't pass my pile driver test, but for what it is, it does pretty well. If I were to say, like, on a should you buy this scale, I feel like if you're a fan of Sting, then you should definitely buy this. And I'd say if you're a pig fedder, I would also say this is definitely the best Sting as far as posability. And then I'm not really the best at it, but action figure photography wise, definitely get this for the detail. Like, you can definitely do a lot with the mask, the cloth goods and all that, but also be wary of the staining, because I know that would be a pain on camera. But you could always spot heal it out, so, I mean, not too big of an issue. My personal thoughts on the figure, I think it's, I'm not gonna lie, when I was in Walmart getting this, I also got the Cody and the Finn Balor, and I was thinking, I'm not gonna lie, I should probably return this, because if this is just like the other figure, then I pretty much wasted like $40 on this. But I'm happy with my purchase. I think this is pretty good. Alright, now onto the action figure photography, pig fed, etc. section of the video.